Hello and welcome to my next video. Back in the studio today for something a little different. I decided to use my dip pen for this drawing, just for a change of pace. And you may notice that this dip pen is a kind of a do-it-yourself thing. We were on vacation a few years ago, staying at a cottage, and for some reason, I can't remember what the reason was, whether the other handle broke or I just had some nibs in my kit. But I took this branch from a fallen branch from outside. I shaved it down a little bit, whittled down the end, and tied the nib on with some dental floss, and used it during the holiday there, and it was the nicest feeling handle that I had, and I still use it. I just left it on there, and that's the only one I use for when I use the dip pen. So it's kind of neat, kind of back to basics with if you have the nib to go with it. I guess if I really wanted to go back to basics, I could use the other end, the other pointed end, and just as a wooden pen. Anyway, for today's drawing, I chose this picture from Pixabay of an old mill. I'm not sure exactly where it is. Probably in Europe or the UK somewhere. But I just love the shape of it and the colors. So I thought I'd give it a try, just with the pen. I may do another drawing of it using watercolors as well. So I'm using my watercolor pad, which I stopped using lately because for some reason it started shedding. I don't know another way to say that. The rag content, or the cotton, whatever the paper is made of, little bits started coming off when I was using the watercolor. And actually, when I was using this dip pen, I came to a point when the tip was clogged up and didn't let the ink flow as much as it was before, so I had to clean it off once in a while. It works fine with the fountain pen for some reason. The tip on this is sharper and a finer point, and tends to scratch across the page, hence picking up more of the surface, I guess. But even with that, it kind of worked quite nicely and made a nice drawing. And the ink came out really nice and dark on the paper as well. This mill has some nice shapes and some nice perspective going on. So it's something to watch on this drawing if you give it a try. but it's not too difficult as long as you just keep in mind which way the perspective lines are going. And if you need to make some lines off to the vanishing points to help out, that's no problem at all. I was actually out drawing yesterday on site, and I was drawing a long bridge from where I was sitting. The perspective was quite sharp, but I got it completely wrong when I was doing it just with the pen. I completed the drawing and the painting, but I just wasn't happy with it. So after a little bit, I tried it again, but I started with pencil first to make sure I got the perspective correct before I went in with the pen. And sometimes on a small drawing like this is quite small, you can easily correct little mistakes like that. But I was doing a larger sketch. The second one came out okay. Here I put some nice shadow on the side of the chimney. And because I'm only doing a pen rendering of this scene, then the shadows, I made sure the shadows were nice and distinct with the pen. It's an interesting building. There's small windows here and there, different sizes, different shapes. Makes for an interesting sketch. And because the water wheel was not that clear in the photograph, I couldn't do too much detail on it. I guess I could have looked it up and saw how the water wheels usually look, but I just kind of was doing a fast sketch, just drawing what I see and not what I imagine. So just concentrating on the shading and the simple shapes. This is in real time, so the sketch itself probably took about maybe 14 minutes or so, because I've cut out the little spots where I dipped the pen in the ink, and when I just sit there with the pen going up and down or trying to ghost a line before I put one in, I've cut those out as well. But it's not a very long sketch. And I like the idea of putting a few bricks here and there, a few stones here and there, just to give the impression that the walls are made of stone. And I've simplified that little bit of background area there, just so the attention is kept on the main subject of the mill. A few lines to indicate there is water there, and a little bit darker where the shadow of the building is. And the good old birds. Made some simplified lines for the lighter twigs at the top of the trees. A lot of these kind of sketchy drawings are just give the impression of something and let the viewer fill in the blanks. And thank you very much for the comments I received on the last video, the size of the videos and the speed of the recordings of the film. And it was agreed by a few people that 2 times speed is good to keep the video down to at least at the most 15 minutes. This sketch, because it was only in ink, was only 13 minutes long, so I decided to keep it real time. I hope that works for everybody. Anyway, thank you for dropping by, and come again. Take care.